Hello, we are in Genesis chapter 8. We're just going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the chapter heading. The flood ceases. Noah sends forth a dove, which returns with an olive leaf. He releases all things from the ark. He offers sacrifices, seed time, harvest, and seasons are ensured. I just want to say something real quick about all of the Bible. It's all so beautiful and it's all true. It's all true stories. But there's also so much symbolism. There's so much like so much symbolism. All right, verse 1. And God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the wads assuaged assuaged. That's a interesting word. It's hard to pronounce. Verse 2. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. Here's what's interesting. God remembers all. God remembers everything. But it says, and God remembered Noah and every living thing. In verse 1 it says, and God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And it's not it's not remember in the sense that he forgot about them. It's it's remember in the sense that God was busy elsewhere and that God returned to Noah and his his God is always busy, but well, not always busy, but God is always busy, but he always gives time for his children. So, but he yeah, it's more like God was busy and God came back to the earth. And from Noah's perspective, it's like finally God remembered that I'm here. So it's more of it's a human perspective. It's written by Genesis, but yeah, we're gonna go into two, verse 3. The waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of the 150 days, the water were abated. Abated means decreased. So, so, so God took all that water and subsided it from the earth, which is cool. Verse 4. And the ark rested in the seventh month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. Ararat. That's a interesting mountain name. Verse 15. Or verse 5, my bad. And the waters were decreased continually until the tenth month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. Verse 6. And it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Verse 7. And he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro, until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Verse 8. And he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. Verse 9. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him into the ark. For the waters were upon the face of the whole earth. And when he put forth his hand, and took her, and pulled her in unto him into the ark. And verse 10. And he stayed yet 7 other yet others 7 days, and again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. Verse 11. The dove came in unto him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. Verse 12. And he stayed yet other 7 days, and sent the dove forth, which returned not again in unto him any more. Verse 13. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. Verse 14. And in the second month, on the 720th day of the month, was the earth dried. Verse 15. And God spake unto Noah, saying, verse 16, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons wives with thee. Verse 17. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee, of all flesh, both of fowl, and of cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful, and multiply upon the earth. Verse 18. And Noah went forth, and his sons, and his wives, and his sons' wives with him. Verse 19. Every beast, every weeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth after their kinds, went forth out of the ark. Verse 20. And Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. Verse 21. And the Lord smelled a sweet savour, and the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more everything living, as I have done. Verse 22. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, the summer and winter, and the day and night shall not cease. So this is when God establishes weather, which is really cool. God is sending a message to all that live on the earth that he is powerful and that he is in charge. Because without the weather, which is the way it was, like on the earth, there was no weather, there was no fantastical feat. The weather is a constant reminder that God is there. And it's kind of sad and frustrating that in a way that people are quick to forget the magnificence of God, but I think it's something I can forgive because uh Adam and his generations were the first generations of humans on the earth, and so it's forgivable. But um yeah, the um sorry, I'm really lost in thought. This is the end of Genesis chapter 8. We're going to head into Genesis chapter 9, and I will link the next video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.